Okie dokie. The tape is rolling. Tape is rolling, boys and girls. Yeah. Quiet on the set, boys and girls. Getting ready to go live on the radio. Zoom Room Video Communications brought to you by the BMC.
And the oracle foretold 2 idiots would misinterpret the news. Welcome to lunch with Jack and Les show. They can't read all. Welcome to lunch with Jack and Les show, where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
That's right. Nobody knows what the hell is going on, including me. Greetings, everybody. This is Les, and Jack is off in another darn meeting because he got tagged to do a presentation that he's got no clue what he's going to present, so he had to go dream up something to do a presentation with, and maybe he'll be joining us here shortly since that meeting started a little while back. Hopefully he'll be joining us here today. That's right, doesn't know what the hell's going on, Tina. How you doing out there today? It is Fruck Awesome Friday right here on NBNN. It's the weekend roundup, and Eagle! Thank you very much. Everybody's chomping at the bit, but Eagle's getting us started. And of course, Bridge Troll, you can retype that now. Get the giveaway open up with the announcements out. Looks like nobody's out there, so now we've got us out there streaming, or at least me out there streaming. Let's make the daily announcements, then we'll see what Eagle has gotten himself, because Eagle's just donated 300 bits, which gets him a mystery game key and mystery game key madness here on NBNN. Let the world know that we are live. There we go. And yes, we will show that off momentarily. Let's go see what Eagle's got himself a copy of. Scrolling. Revealing. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. Congratulations, Eagle. Thank you for your support. Greatly appreciated. And where is Eagle? There he is. Go ahead and get him his key. I don't think we've seen that one pop up before. I've seen the other one. Hey man, Eagle, thank you, man. Love you too. Only guy who sends us a Christmas card every year. Gotta love Eagle. And of course, if you want to send us a Christmas card, you know, is not hard to find, but if you want to, just ask. I'll tell you where you can send it. And yes, I'm not being facetious. Is Mellow Yellow Man, what's going on, brother? How's it going out there? Let's see who we got out there today. I see a lot of people already chatting. Lancel Lancermain's out there. I see Bridge Troll, Mika, Spunga. Who else? Q-Bert's out there. Jigoku's out there. Shadow Vice. Everybody's getting in there. Dinhuru. What's going on? Treasure Pile. How is everybody doing on this Friday? Well, we've got news for you. We've got some updates. We've got some goodies. But of course, the first goodie, everybody noticed yesterday as we were streaming, we kept getting the server side patch. That was to introduce the newest login rewards that Econdas and I, of course, both logged in today and got them. And of course, we put them on. And it's the new blood spurting headless mask. Blood spurting headless mask for logging in this month. And a great Halloween reward is Shadow Vice. Yeah, absolutely. Lot of commentary on this out there in the world, and people are really getting a really great kick out of this one. I mean, just great for this time of the year, but the effects are really cool. The original headless mask. I don't know if I know I probably don't have it in my inventory, but it's possible. Let's see. No. But the original headless one had some, like, meat dangling off of the neck area right there. But, yeah, up close, this doesn't look too hot. But from a little bit further away, it looks really cool. But for Halloween, get your Halloween deco out because it is October. Get the pumpkin spice out. Get the pumpkins growing. And yes, pumpkins. We've seen some pretty large pumpkins out there. Is Capheus in the room today? Did he make it in here? No, he didn't. He's been growing some pumpkins. He got us one. Let's show a picture of that just so you guys can get an idea of what a trophy-sized pumpkin is looking like. That's maybe a little too large. I'll have to move this on over. Move that on over. And that's, if you can see right here, this is him. It's really dark. But this is him standing next to that trophy-sized pumpkin. And you can see it compared to the town's Aether amplifier. That's a pretty damn big pumpkin. So, yes. Get out there and grow them because you can get these, and these can be made into trophies, I understand, as well. So don't forget, you can check that out by growing pumpkins or seeing if people are actually selling pumpkins out there. But again, it is the season. I guess I'm going to have to go break out my Halloween deco since it's that time. Start making those Christmas boxes and stockings for Christmas time to put out on the vendors and all that good stuff. But yeah, Sage Rise, man, that is a massive, massive pumpkin. Speaking of massive things, where is it? Things that make you go, in the world. We've been talking a lot, and we're going to be talking more about today. But things that just make you wonder sometimes in the world. Anybody ever put two and two together? And, you know, we were talking about this the other day under the topic, what do we call, where do we live? Do we call it Novia? Do we call it New Britannia? What do we call it? And I'm going to drag this out of here just to make it a little smaller so you can actually see. Yeah, there we go. Where is it that we live on the world? In the world, what world do we live on? What do we call it? But yes, are we just another shard in the universe where things went a little different? Where do we actually live? So, shall we call it just New Britannia? Shall we call it Novia? Shall we call it Earth 2? What would you call it? Yeah, so food for thought for you folks out there who think you've got your lore all down and together. Yeah, yeah. You know, Mellow Yellow Man, there's always been, and again, we were talking about this the other day, but this was tweeted out to me by Lord Malkavian, tagged us with this one, probably because he saw the show and just wanted to point out things that make you go, out there in the world. But I love somebody who took the time to find this and put it together. But yes, it gives you a little bit more to think about when it comes to Lord British games. That is definitely something that you really got to take into mind. What is it that we're actually looking at? But where do we actually live? But I got a good kick out of that one because the resemblance is really uncanny. It's go figure. But also we got a couple topics again, stuff that I missed this week and I wanted to get to that I thought that a lot of you guys would get to before I get back to the maps and updates and stuff. But one of the ones standing that Condis himself came up with, and Condis, I love this one. Well, you can still go play in Old Britannia if you really wish. Plenty of ways to do that, Bridge Troll. No, well, you know, Condis is you put a lot of posts out there, and of course, I got to give you a lot of credit for taking the time to report the things that we talk about here on the show, and that I don't take the time a lot of times to get to. And you get a lot of reporting in. But this one was one of my favorites, and I'm surprised that they didn't think about this themselves, which was to take and make the cobalt distillation vice a container so that you could store stuff in it while you're sitting there working and hanging out in your brewery / laboratory. It would be a nice place to store all the ingredients for your brewing right next to a crafting table. And making it a container, aside from just a small little piece of deco, would be an excellent idea. And, again, I wanted to talk about it because even Browncoat Jason says, make it work like a spirits cask, so you can actually be distilling whiskey in it. Even better idea. Make it both a container and a spirits cask so that we can do both. Yes. All sorts of great ideas. Time Lord brought one of these and thinks it's good to hook up with a belt inside a windmill. We've got all these little power generators that we've had, including the windmills, including the cobalt power generators. Just really great ideas on this coming from you guys out there as to, how we can take and make these little, it was a great idea to begin with, this distillation device. I own a couple of them. I've got them placed out in my breweries and other places. But yeah, great ideas for that. And making them functional to do something like brew your next batch. Like, maybe we can do bulk brewing with it. Whereas you can, do, say, 10 casks at a time and then fill the casks from the distillation device. Sort of like casking potions back in Ultima. Could also be used for that as well. Make, a whole keg of potions that you can refill off of at the same time. Yeah, exactly, Belly Yellow Man. Barrel and fill 10 bottles, 10 casks. Make small travel casks, so you don't have to carry multiple potions, or you can refill potions on the fly for your party. All sorts of great stuff can be done with that. But anyway, great idea on that one. So I just wanted to get that one in this week. And of course, where are we going to go? Let's jump on out over to the Tweeterverse. As we talked about this yesterday, but we got sidetracked yesterday talking about stacking and charging bonuses for stances. And this was yesterday. He came out and said, based on the feedback from the stream yesterday, which was Lance Remains stream. By the way, what I've seen of it so far, I haven't watched the whole stream. Lancel, great questions. Yeah, why do we need to have Resurrection over 1? Great question. And the targeting. You know, I've been complaining about targeting. You know, you finally got him on that targeting thing where, you know, you're hard targeting something and your freaking arrows go wherever the hell they feel, regardless, you know. But you asked some really great questions. I haven't finished your stream yet, but I plan to follow up and watch the rest of it to see what other hard questions you did ask. And come join us so we can show you how it actually works. Because as Chris did say, you know, he's got a bad habit of just shadowing people and flying behind them, and that doesn't help show exactly what's happening in the party situation. You need to be in the party. You need to be, you know, actively working with them. Just standing behind them, observing, doesn't show you what's actually happening to them, because you have to be getting everything that they're doing. But that's right, Tina. Will targeting be fixed? Will I be able to heal my tank before the whole party dies? Stay tuned for the next episode where we'll find out whether Lancel saved the day or not. That's right. Yeah, well, Pop Lance Remain doesn't like dying when Lancel's sending healing his way, and all of a sudden the Nightmare gets hit with it instead of the tank, and the whole group dies. It really, yeah. At least it ain't as bad as it used to be when we had the death penalty. I mean, the death penalty really used to suck for that. But anyway, moving right along is looking into why some are reporting that they aren't getting XP on high difficulty level creatures, not seeing the error message we used to get on the issue, and thinking it is fixed, but had someone report it again recently. Can anybody confirm you're still getting 0 XPs? So yes, again, one of those things where he can't seem to duplicate it, but it's happening to people out there. And 7 minutes ago, yes, for those of you folks who bought those leech spawners that just, you know, they're leech spawners, that's all they are. They are fixed, so... And Catnip says, Chris says, just fix the leech spawner issue. If you don't know what this is, I won't tell you. And that's what we're here for. That's right. No more Lich in Soul Town. I didn't know there was a Lich in Soul Town. Maybe down in the dungeon. Maybe down in the dungeon. But let's get out over here to the Crown Shop. There's a cold spawner. Where is it? Where are they hiding the Mikandis? Is it in town improvements? Or is it in dungeon stuff, other? Or adventure design, probably under adventure design. Let's check adventure design. Dungeon entrances, foyers, custom characters. Yeah, custom characters. Yeah, there's another one that we need to be talking about. Is the conversationalist. Of course, we had the early conversationalists come out, but now there are several others, including 3 new satyrs, not just one. There's 3 new satyr conversationalists out there in the world, and of course, I don't know why these are heritage items. I really don't know why. Makes no sense. Yeah. Somebody doesn't like it and they want to sell it to somebody else and get a different one. Dungeon props. I don't know, I tried Leech. O-I-C. Spooky seasonal. Spooky rares. Adventure design. Yeah, I only see the statue in the store, so I don't know why why it's not in the store. But there's a leech spawner out there that's available that you can place in your whatchamacallit. Oh, is it a drop? Is that what it is? You got to get the recipe, then build it yourself. Is that what it is, Bridge Troll? Thank you. No wonder why I can't find it in the store. We should have, again, this is just missed opportunity. And you introduced that, you should have introduced a whole bunch of other ones that were in the store. Maybe a smaller version of the big one, as well as the craftable version. Yeah, no, now that you're saying it's actually, there's a recipe, there's people who are selling the recipe out there. I've seen it out there now that you're reminding me of it. And they're selling the recipe for some stupid, 400,000 for the freaking recipe out there in some vendors. I've seen between 200 and 400 just for the recipe. And then stupid numbers for the actual spawner itself. But that, like everything else in this game, is just going to drop as soon as people realize it's out there, where to find it, and all that stuff. So I learned a long time ago, never buy anything when it first comes out in this game, because the price is always going to drop by at least half in most cases, if not further. So yeah, people can sell for all they want. Whether it actually sells, I guarantee you most of those will still be out there the next pass I make for those stupid prices. And I'll stumble across it one day just in my travels, or somebody will go, "Hey, Laz, I got an extra one of these. You want it?" And I'll go, "Sure, thanks." Which is the way I get a lot of stuff. Which, again, thanks to you guys and gals. When you find stuff, you bring it to my attention and get me the latest stuff so we can play with it. Still trying to get my hands on a horse here in live. I know they're here, and I'm told all you got to do is find somebody at the right time to get one. Yeah, I think they'll even be cheaper than that, Crossfire Bug's Eye. That the guys who are asking that crazy amount will find out that they've got 50 of them and they can't sell any of them, so they got to drop the prices, Mellow Yellow Man, don't get me started. Don't get me started on that one. Yes, there is a very, very, very vocal on both sides of having that availability out there, and I am one of those people that is while I love the idea, I'm against it as a vendor in game, because then it's just going to get ridiculous. There's going to be no free trade, because everybody's going to bring things down, and the profit margins on shit will drop to nearly nothing, and then the economy will really go to shit, because somebody will just go, "Okay, I'm going to make this the lowest price," and everybody's going to run there and buy it. And in order to compete, you're going to have to either match or beat that price, and then prices go down stupid low, And when you're only making, right now people are making, literally points on a gold piece for things like reagents and stuff, farm goods. You're getting things for 1.5 gold, 1.3 gold, 2.3 gold. When we're already down at that level with that stuff, do we really need to get it down to even less, They never should have introduced loot. No, I'll tell you what, it's actually good to see, and again, I'm happy that the BMC does their price guide, and we keep it here. Every 3 months, the members of the BMC get together, and we've got guys who run around and do price checks throughout those 3 months, and they jot down prices. We got an OCR program that our guys run this through, so the guys just go around, take screenshots of the vendors, and then they compile all the prices, and we get an average price of what things are going for. we talk about it, and then the membership votes, and we come up with what we're going to buy and sell our stuff for. And it's probably the closest thing to the best guide for numbers. Again, not always true. I've seen some other people killing us on certain things, but that happens too. And again, you want to beat the guide, and you want to sell lower than the guide, then the BMC is just going to go out and buy all your stuff up and bring prices up. So that's what they do, if you didn't know. Anyway, yeah, and again, don't get me wrong. I'm against because I'm a merchant, but believe me, would I love to be able to just go out to an auctioneer and go, who's got the best price on what I'm looking for, and be able to go buy it? Absolutely. Who wouldn't want that? But you got to look at it, from all points of view. If there was that, I mean, the idea of having that in towns now is another thought. Each town would have one vendor that would take all, so you would still have to go from town to town looking for the best price. Solution is not to list prices, just items. Ooh, interesting thought, Econdis. Interesting thought on that one. But anyway, yeah, it's been something that's been a contentious item here in the game, and it comes up all the time, and every time it comes up, there's a battle between the yays and the nays, and it's pretty much right down the middle, and both sides are equally passionate about it. So every time it comes up, Chris sort of just pushes it away because he doesn't want to get into the argument. So you gonna wish list that now? There you go. Yes, absolutely, Tina. That's what makes this one so tough. Is both sides have points, but Econdis has got a really good idea. I mean, if you're looking for something in particular, say you're looking for, a heart of roll, it would be nice to be able to stop at some place and say, okay, there's at least one heart of roll in this town. And it's in the town, so you can go looking for it instead of spending a day looking for it in a town, and not a single vendor out of 300 had even they just didn't have it in the town, so you just spent the day wasting so maybe having a list of what's being sold on the vendors in the town, just no prices. Econdis may be onto something here, and again, very, very good arguments on both sides of the fence for this one. So, again, while I would love to buy things the cheapest I can, I also have set prices on stuff that people like to murder me on. Sometimes, again, I use the BMC's methodology, and if I see somebody undercutting me really bad, I just buy their whole stock and then put it out there at my price. If they're happy. And again, I've had people do it to me. People come to me and they buy all sorts of stuff in bulk from my vendors because they sell it at a markup on their vendors. But you know what? I got the price I needed to get for it. That's fine if they can mark it up and make more for it. And that's how this economy works really well. So, and I also like going out and doing some shopping. I go out to Crafters Town, Novia Market, New Britannia Market, all the markets, probably at least once or twice a week, just looking for upgrades to equipment, looking for new stuff. One of those things I've seen out there that's like really, really stupidly priced these days is the focus belt or the focus necklace, whichever it is. I think it's a necklace, and people are asking like a really stupid price for it out there, and it's like, really, come on, guys. I remember when Anxawalu were like 300,000 each. Now you can get them for like 15K off a vendor. So, A night owl. What's the question? DC would buy stuff off you and then resell it at lower prices? Yeah, that might be the case. I know CC used to line up because I used to put a bunch of obsidian potions out there before they started making those non-trades. Yeah, making it easy shouldn't be the answer. Yeah, true. I agree with you there as well. Is and again that was the argument um, for and against being able to put shit tons of NPCs in one place. That's why we got limitations. But I gave it a run, folks. You know, if you didn't know, you can go down to a dungeon and you can put up to like, you know, in a castle, I think it's like 350, 400 vendors in the castle dungeon. I know out in Snug Harbor, I could put 250 in my city basement. So, I mean, I figured, you know, try and build a dungeon, vendor mall like they did back in the days of UO, but nobody took me serious. Only one person came out to put a vendor out there, so. I think that would be the ultimate vendor shopping area where you don't have to go from town to town. You just got to go to one dungeon and find, you know, 400 vendors in one dungeon. Yeah, well, Ridge Troll, there's a difference between people not visiting homes or people bypassing vendors that are inside a shop. But again, I'm talking 200 plus vendors in one area where you're not running house to house. You're going vendor to vendor to vendor to vendor to vendor to vendor to vendor. And you just got vendors for 2 hours. Well, you know what? Shadow Vice, you know, each town could just do, you could do a vendor dungeon in a town. Again, I was doing it in my town, out in Snug Harbor, and it was just, you know, just to see, because again, when I realized that we could put vendors down there, I was like, well, what the heck, why not? And I put a whole bunch, and again, because, you know, nobody knows it's there, and I can only got an hour every day here on the show. You know, how much time can I say, go visit the vendor mall, go visit, well, I guess I could have, but, you know, go visit shroudmarketplace.com. I like that better. Yeah, Shadow Vice, that, you know, but again, because they don't want, yeah, and again, I don't understand. I mean, that would have been great, and that's why we got restricted to it with town lots, but now if I could put it again on my city lot and put it in the dungeon, you know, I don't see why I just couldn't do that up on, you know, the town level. Why do I have to put it in the dungeon? Why can't I just put 250 vendors up top? You know, and again, you know, down in the dungeon, you don't have the whole city's baked in landscape and graphics either. So it's, you know, you lessen the load down in a dungeon scene like that, I'm going to assume. So. Okay, so Silvertree asked for a vendor list that would list all vendor names for each town with their product type, armor, arties, deco, etc. Status, active or inactive. That doesn't make sense. If the vendor's got stuff on it, they're active. And, yeah, define, like, yeah, town crier. Again, been asked for. I didn't finish again the whole live stream from the Lancer main clan, so all right, we'll finish it hopefully next day or so. What I really think is we need a true blue auctioneer, and it's not just you know, like the public vendor. It's, you know, you can list one item and this is, you know, and let the people set the price. Yeah, not even a public vendor, an auctioneer. Because the rarest of rares will sell and the cheap stuff will get kept off of it because, you know, people ain't going to buy it. And then you can keep the same 7-day rule, that you have on the public vendor, so people don't list crap on it either. People aren't going to list something that they know is worth, literally worth 100,000 gold if they know it's going to sell after 7 days for 10 gold off the vendor. So that'll stop them from listing the crap on there, and that'll keep people interested in, making those purchases. So I think a true blue auctioneer, would do what needs to be done for certain items. I think that would be the solution for stuff like that. And then again, with an auctioneer, when you got 5 people selling those leech recipes, 5 people selling those belts, 5 people, then you really start to get a look at what prices are really worth, instead of having a search for everything throughout town after town after town. And you make the auctioneer link to all the other towns. So if you want to buy an auctioneer for your town, it links into the whole system. That would be truly the best way to do it. My 2 cents, but hey, what do I know? I'm only a lifelong gamer. I don't know anything. Hey, look at this. We've got an announcement from Shroud of the Avatar. Weekly Update 401 is now live. Let me take a peek at that real quick, because I got other stuff to talk about, like patch notes from the other day, from yesterday, as well as some other stuff. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's see if there's anything. We can't wait till Monday, which is probably what we're going to do anyway. Well, I'm going to make sure there's nothing pressing out there, and of course give you all the phrase that pays. I think September to Remember should be gone. I love to fall most of all. I love to fall most of all. And you can now shout that out in Universe Chat. To get yourself in on today's giveaway, on today's live stream on the Shroud of the Avatar channel, which reminds me to remind you, exclamation, I love free shit. The raffle is open. And of course, raffles are done via you guys. I open it up, and if you want more raffles, then you go ahead and toss some bits, make that bar up there move. Otherwise, we just do a raffle at the end of the show. But anyway, moving right along. Where was I with this? Yes, Updated the Avatar just came out. I love fall most of all is what's going to get you in on today's raffle out there. But patch notes came out the other day, and we have some updates on the patch notes. And let's get right to them real quick, because quite a bit to cover here. Got some more answers as to questions we had earlier this week as well. And the last patch Chris redid before he uploaded it, because thanks to Ravlox, we got 14 new mini-maps in the game. 14 new mini-maps, including Kingsport, South Marsh, North Marsh, Kings Road, Plains of Right Innis, Moors of North Shore, North Valeway, South Ravenswood, North Ravenswood, West Ravenswood, but not Deep Ravenswood, because DRW is a bitch. South Valeway, Wormsand, Greymark Forest, Winton's Folly, the Alpine Road Encounter, Human Battle Camp, Graf Gem Mines entrance, the Owl's Nest entrance, and the Approach to the Shuttered Eye. All got new maps out there. I'll be showing you some of the new maps in just a minute. Lord British's Castle updated. The logic checked by Captain Marisha, and the encoded safe for how they accept the encoded cards. Soda 67741, don't know what that means. Update to buffs for Damon T and Drunkalostris food buffs. I don't even know what that one is. New feature. Allow rename for custom NPCs. Fixes for some broken creatures, including Kabbalist, More fixes for mount testing. I want to test a mount. Give me a mount, please. Love to ride a mount. Test a mount live. Please and thank you. Drop some for us to test. Multiple fixes for various error messages that were bloating log files for some people. Doris fixed a sign for the Tavern of the Wind to state the name of the establishment, whatever the numbers mean. I don't know. I guess these might have been JIRA numbers, possibly. 29, 30. It looks like a couple of these are sequential. Cat's Ruins fixed a ladder that wasn't functioning. Fixes for candle names that were causing some confusion with jack-o'-lanterns because there were several variants of several of those little bitty candles that all had the same name but acted differently. If anybody's ever tried to make any of that stuff, you know what I mean. Multiple fixes in Central Brittany for trees overlapping player lots. About time. Lord British's castle fixed issues that allowed players to avoid combat with some NPCs in later rooms. Sultan updated the data used by Jeannie when she rewards players for giving her the silver necklace to give rewards. Either both or neither of the add bundle to the end of the quest flag. I guess these are all JIRA numbers that they're throwing at the end. Far Hinterlands, the scene has been changed from Tier 5 to Tier 5 Plus. Plus, yay. Adoris updated the response for the Cavargios, Wolf, and Sapphire Broadmeadow to be more clear that 5 paintings are required for their related daily quest. Yes, that helps that we know that there's 5 paintings. Also, the I don't even know how to pronounce that. Caravaglos Wolf now names the paintings in his paintings response, which makes life even easier. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paintings. Tanglemeyer added renowned feedback to the conversation for some NPCs. Lord British's castles, another fix. Head Shack now opens up when completing Wave 20. And fixed an issue with some walls allowing camera pass-through. Happens in a lot of places still. Improved how Marcia accepts quest keys and rebaked the nav mesh. An update to inky NPCs to give more instructions in inventory, whatever that means. So all this was just patched in recently. Hey, Italian food. Hey, I could pronounce that, you know. Geez, yeah. My mother's Italian. My whole one side of the family's Italian. Now, of course, I'll say it in Brooklyn Italian, which may be different than any Italian that you guys, yeah. Yeah, that too. Brooklyn Italian. That's Cavaggio. Yeah, well, you know, it was and sure, the Time Warner guy's here now, or the cable guy's here, who's not supposed to be here until 2 o'clock. Gonna bust my balls here today. But I guess we need to get the phones fixed, so he's gonna have to get in here in a minute. But anyway, those are the patch notes that came out yesterday, day before yesterday. When did this actually hit up there? It was October 1st, so technically, yes, yesterday's patch. But it was early in the AM, so you got it when you got in yesterday. But talking about those updated maps, let's get this up here. I have these in the photos. And I actually went out to a couple of them just to take a look and see what they look like. And the answer to the question that was burning on my mind is, what are we going to do? And apparently we're going to be replacing the older maps with newer maps. Hence this picture of the Graph Gem Mines entrance. This is what the Graph Gem Mines now looks like with the newer map form. And we will go out here. This is South Valeway. Again, love the new maps. We need to get that other functionality built back in. There is some of the new old functionality, and anybody who understands what I'm talking about. This is really interesting because the color just really blinded me when I first saw this. This is Kingsport. This is what Kingsport now looks like on the map when you go visit. So Unlike, and I'll bring it up just to... did I have the map over here, actually? I'll have to look. Give me a moment. Let me see where... I know I had the maps over here for a reason. But I don't know what I did with the map. I lost the map, that's why. Oh, I need to bring the map up. World map. Let's go for Kingsport. And we'll show you the difference of the two. Of course, what you were used to looking at when you brought up Kingsport was Kingsport surrounded by water. And of course, this is the original map. Can't bring up the older map now, compared to what you see in the newer map. But again, I love the detail of these, and you're actually really seeing where these get cut off. And I just wish the roads came in a little bit higher detail, as we see in these maps. You'll notice that these roads are really, really highly detailed in these maps, where in these, I mean, when you zoom in, they're not quite, you can see them light inside these cavernous areas, but they're just not quite as detailed as they could be. So, yeah, again, great updates on the maps out there. And of course, oh yeah, that was our Jack the Lamplighter. But good going, Ravlox. That now means I think we have 2 people, or they said they have a third working. Because now not only is List doing maps, but Ravlox can do maps, and they're going to have a third guy who's going to be able to do maps. So they should be able to start knocking out and replacing these old maps. You know, again, we just saw 14 new ones appear in this patch, so hopefully Rav can take a couple weeks off and make all the maps updated and give us one nice flowing map system with all the stuff that we want out there, especially for all the missing scenes and the dungeons where we really need those maps. Because you know what? I hate going to a scene and trying to find something, and I can't even figure out where the road is that I can, go to, or, I can't get an idea, of what I'm supposed to be up against. It just makes life tough. But anyway, nobody said life was easy. Mom made it just in time for one of those advertisements. Well, thank you for sitting through the advertisements, Mom, because those advertisements, while not much, do help pay for some of the bills here on our side, and we do appreciate it. But speaking of paying bills, we got to get around to that here shortly. So let's go ahead and head on over. Actually, do I have anything else left on that? What else did we have over here for today? Hey, no. Ignore.
Beer. And one of the guys...
I hate when that happens. What the hell was that? Shouldn't be anything playing there. Anyway. Moving right along. Let me see if I had anything else up there. Yeah, feedback on conversationalists, vendor receipts. Yeah, this is one that, of course... Last, we'll do this before we get out of here for today, but another topic I wanted to touch on, vendor receipt legibility, which is something that I've mentioned, I've asked for, and hey, I've got some sales. I love when that happens. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. But vendor legibility, when you're out there and you're selling stuff, and I'm going to leave that one just the way it is. Aldo says, whenever I review my receipts during restocking, I'd like to see what the last sale price was on the item. However, as I try as I might, I cannot read the yellow price sold, and that one's an even tougher one. But this was one of my pet peeves, and this used to happen, and it looks like it's back now on books. So when you sold something in-game, you would get this over here, and it says, hey, you sold this, and it tells you who you sold it to, what the item was, and gives you a listing underneath the actual receipt, which you can actually click on and read. which is what he was talking about. That's in my inventory right now, right? Item. So, and he's saying he can't read that little yellow writing. But of course, if everything is done like that, you really wouldn't need to. Now, I found that books used to do that, and apparently they fixed it with books now, so that now books will actually give that to you again. But what doesn't do it is items that you listed for sale, like your purchase orders, your granite, your suets, your timber, or whatever it is you put on your vendors. When those come back, they don't come back with what the list price that was paid for them. All they come back is with the receipt. And so when you get there restocking them, you actually have to take the receipt, which you used to be able to just click on the receipt in here and see it, plus also see this underneath it, which, excuse me, doesn't get shown during one of those transactions. So it'd be nice to see this added in as well under the purchase orders, so that you don't have to actually take this whole thing, open it up just to see what was sold. So I got to say that this is something, if you have a problem selling stuff, get out there on this thread and let them know, what your feelings are, because again, one of those things that's just a nice QOL improvement and would make life easier restocking all the way around, especially if it's just oddball items. I have a price list that I know for most everything I sell, so it's really not hard, but that's just me. But meanwhile, moving right along, the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar Community Calendar, which is brought to us by ShroudMarketplace.com. And of course, thank you to Shroud Marketplace. Calendar's out on NBNN.info. Just click on the calendar button. You can click on this one or that one to get this coming up, as well as upcoming events inside from Shroud of the Avatar as listed. And happening every Monday through Friday right here in-game on your in-game radio and live on Twitch is Lunch with Laz and Jack inside Shroud of the Avatar. You can join us here live in Owl's Head every weekday. WRFB 70s at 7 p.m. 8 p.m. the Beta Novia with Eileen Dragonfire on Virtue Radio. 10 p.m. the Outlanders with Parson Barn Vassler on WRFB. 10 o'clock the Record Room Rock and Roll History Lesson with my old man and his partner Tommy every Monday through Friday. Saturday night, I don't know why that's tripling up there. He's not supposed to be up there. Is he on Saturday and Sunday again? Yeah, that's a misprint, but he's not in there. Saturday morning, 9 a.m., Echoes from the Cavern on Virtue Radio. Rockin' Power Hour with DJ Mick Foley at 4 p.m. EVL's Virtue League, 4 p.m. in-game. 6 p.m. on WRFB, Wild Safari with Twisted Sister. A replay of Echoes from the Cavern on Virtue Radio at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. on WRFB following Twisted Sister is The Graceful Bard. And of course, following her at midnight Saturday, early Sunday in the AM, Omen Crow in the House of Omen. 9 a.m. Sunday, Strikers Rise and Shine. 12 p.m. Faster and Louder with DJ Dark Lord Celatrain. 12:30 Education with Astronomy Night with Bowen Bloodgood. Bowen Bloodgood is the master of astronomy. On hold, the Bear Tavern Pub Crawl. I wish they would bring those back. And of course, the last event is the EVL Upper Tiers Run, which of course nobody thinks is being done anymore. So if you guys are out there, update your calendars. If you own a calendar out there that we've got listed, keep your calendars up to date. It's the best way to get people informed, because we are one of the calendars that people go to get their information, folks. So if you want your stuff listed and you want us to read it off here daily so that your stuff gets showcased out there in the world, let us know. Mellow Yellow Man playing with himself as he's talking to Jack. I love that animation when you talk to those guys. You can tell you're talking to the conversationalist because they start the arm motion. But yes, reminder, exclamation, I love free shit. Get in. Is Eagle, you have a great one. And of course, thanks for your support, my friend. I always appreciate it. And of course, enjoy those games that you get from us for all your support, because that should keep you occupied during the downtime, that's for sure. And of course, we're going to be closing that giveaway here at the end of the show here in just a couple moments. So make sure you're all raffled up like that fucker, Sean. How you doing there, Sean? Good to see you, buddy. But yes, you're tuned in to Lunch with Laz and Jack, without Jack here today on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News. Catching us in replays, YouTube, Twitch, WRFB Radio Free Britannia. We appreciate it no matter how you're listening or watching. We do love you guys and gals, and it's thanks to you viewers who've kept us here 5.5+ years, bringing you the latest news 5 days a week right here inside Shroud of the Avatar. Our preferred method is bits. We get to keep it all, but there's all sorts of ways to support us. You can cheer in bits. You can click the links below. You can go to the website. You can become a patron at patreon.com. All sorts of ways to help support us here and keep us bringing you the latest news and entertainment right inside Shroud of the Avatar. The Britannia Mining Company wants you to check out Black Rock Cove, located in the Quell region near the town of Exeter and conveniently located next to the mines that you want to be near. Recently updated with 30 fast travel signs to make shopping even easier through all the communities out in Black Rock Cove. So go check them out today. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, where you can hear us every Monday through Friday right here on your in-game radios inside Shroud of the Avatar, and all sorts of other great programming like Parson Bar and Vassler tonight, Twisted Sister, Wild Safari tomorrow, Graceful Bard, and Omen Crow. They're just kicking it in the nuts on Saturdays. So check out their shows and more throughout the week on WRFB Radio Free Britannia on your in-game radios. ShroudMusic.com for all your ABC file needs. If you need ABC files, you need to go check out ShroudMusic.com. ShroudMusic.com's got ABC files for beginners, and if you're an old pro and you want to share your creations with the world, you can upload them at ShroudMusic.com as well. Go check it out today. Capheus's Wares, one of many shops out on the Shroud Marketplace, but one of our prime sponsors. Capheus's Wares wants to showcase all the wood goods he's got out there because he's got to put braces on the kids' teeth and he needs to make some sales. So go visit Capheus's Wares out on ShroudMarketplace.com. He's got all your wood goods taken care of. If you need bulk wood, you need bulk boards, you need bulk timber, you need bulk beetles, you need bulk pulp, you name it, and wood, he's got it. You want to get brewing kits prefabbed, he's got you set with those as well out at Capheus's Wares on Shroud Marketplace. And of course, the ShroudMarketplace.com is the place to go for all your virtual vendable goods inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar, because if you're looking for anything, and I mean anything, Shroud of the Avatar related accounts, clothing, coinage, crafting goods, deco, housing, pets, rares, even services, all available on ShroudMarketplace.com. So go check out the marketplace today and see what they've got. As looks like I'm going to be cutting it short here. Well, not really short. Cable guy's finally approaching the house, so he's going to want to get back here and unplug my modems and stuff, and I hate when that happens. But I'm not going to let him do that just yet because we've got a couple more things to do. Don't forget, check out all the services out there, including Mom's Ore Refining Service, Leveling Services, Cheesy Writing Services, Wedding Services from myself at Lazarus Long's Weddings and more. Because it's not just weddings, it's a whole lot more. So come on out and check out what I've got, and I've got all sorts of great stuff available for you out there on Shroud Marketplace. But meanwhile, we're going to start wrapping things up. We're going to see if there's anybody out there to raid as we get out of here for the weekend. And of course, we're going to get ready to close that raffle. So if you're not raffled up just yet, let's see. Siegfried Dragonslayer. I haven't seen him. And Party 1. Let's see what my dashboard's got to say for me. What's the old dashboard got to say? Make sure you're all raffled up, folks. I don't have him, so let's go ahead and grab his name and we'll pop him in there. Let's go ahead and raid this guy. I don't know who he is. Maybe he'll have a good fun with Siegfried. There we go. We'll queue him up. But weed money, yeah, that helps. Don't forget, come join us every Monday through Friday right here inside Shroud of the Avatar so that you can get your latest news right here. Let's go ahead and close out this raffle. I'm going to close out the giveaway. Going to pick ourselves a winner as we roll those wonderful credits at the end here. I think it's only Eagle I really got to say thank you to, but we'll do that nonetheless. And Manelkoff, congratulations, you are the winner. Let us see what you have won. You've won Hob, a copy of Hob. Congratulations. And I've been playing Hob. Hob is a pretty cool little game. It's going to drive you nuts, that much I can tell you. But fun nonetheless, especially if you're looking for something to occupy you outside of just the regular humdrum games. This one will keep you thinking. So congratulations to you as I get you your game key. There you go. Enjoy that. And of course, we're going to go ahead and start that raid and get on out of here. And of course, we'll be back with more on Monday right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz. Jack's gone, and we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday.